All right, guys. So you are now tuning in to the Real Saucy Show. I'm here with none other than Armani, bro.
Yes.
What's going on? How you feeling?
What's up? I feel good.
Well, thank you for bringing me into your home.
Yes, thank you for coming from New York to Dallas.
All the way from New York.
Yes,
So today's a special day for you.
it is.
You have a big record coming out.
Yes.
How are you feeling about the release?
I actually feel really, really good. I feel like this moment right now, just based off of the response, was the moment that I've been waiting for 7 years. And so to actually get it and people actually like there was a demand for this song based off of the preview. I'm excited for people to actually hear the entire record, especially because I wrote the entire thing. So like I'm super proud of this record.
Now, the Boyfriend record has Aaron Thomas featured on it.
Absolutely.
And I must say, when I saw the announcement and you know, let it be known that you're coming out with this single, I was excited. I said, perfect match, long overdue, should have been done it.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Like, why did it take so long for you two to collab?
I think everything is about timing, like everything is about timing, everything is about the right song. I don't want to just put somebody on a song because of their name. Like Aaron needed to be on this song. And originally, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't reach out to Aaron originally. I reached out to this guy named Ike who was on Bobby I Love You Purr. And at the time he was having a vocal injury. And he was like, well, why don't you, hit up Aaron Thomas? And I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. And when I sent both of them the song, actually, they both really liked the song. So that was the one thing that I was scared of, because when I sent the song, my vocals were on it, on the singing part. So I was scared that they weren't
going to sung the vocals?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you're singing too?
I wouldn't say I'm a singer, but I can hold a tune and I can put melodies together. So for this particular song, like I put the melodies together and I had the whole concept. I just needed a singer to be on it. So the fact that I sent it to them, they actually both said I didn't sound bad. I thought I sounded horrible. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Aaron was on it because I feel like Aaron brought the flavor that I needed. He exceeded the expectation of the record. Like I sent him one thing, he took that and tripled what I was expecting. So I'm really glad that Ike referred Aaron because I felt like Aaron was meant for this record.
Man, I keep playing it over and over.
Me too.
And what I want to say is, because I know this is your first single release of the year.
Yes.
Right? Were you ever hesitant on releasing this particular song?
I wasn't hesitant, no, on releasing it, but I definitely was getting in my way of when, how, what it was going to look like. Because when it comes to music, everything is about how you market it. You got TikTok now, you have Instagram. I mean, so many platforms that you can use for your song to go places. And so I wanted to make sure that I capitalized off the moment because I knew that the song was great and I knew I wanted to drop it by summer or right before summer. But I was just too focused on the budget and what it was going to look like and all of those things. So
listen, let me tell you this. You created a massive hit.
Thank you.
That's personally how I feel.
Thank you.
I feel like this record is going to be played throughout the year. Okay?
I hope so.
It's definitely a summer anthem.
Thank you.
Okay, and it's definitely going to be on my playlist, right? So when it came to Aaron Thomas, pairing up with Aaron Thomas on a record, right? How long were you guys in the making of the record?
So the record was already written before I sent it off to Aaron. So once he loved the record, I ended up just sending him the beat, and then he put his vocals on it and then sent it back to me. I took that and went to the studio and recorded my part in the studio. And then I want to say before I even went to the studio, he cleaned his vocals up so that when I went to the studio, only thing I had to do was record and get it mixed and mastered. So all of that in total probably took a month. But as far as like him getting the song back to me and doing all his things, probably like a week or two.
That was like a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
So let's get into the Boyfriend record. We're gonna play it right now.
Armani Rose, nigga.
Yeah,
That's how I like it. Yo, he wanna be my boyfriend, calling me up on late nights. Cross country before me, he take flights, sending blurred pictures to my surprise, leaving me voice notes saying he won't lick on my thighs. Like one of a kind, I'm his only one. These other niggas so nasty, they all drastic. Look, I got the niggas stuck like glue, and after work, it's to my arms he running to. Ha! Need rings on my fingers if they can serious. And all you still dating, look, I'm just curious. Cause I ain't wasting time with a nigga with no purpose and who's aiming blind. So, can you check my list? Can you honor and respect and get down with this? You can't shoot your shot and miss, cause I ain't with the bull and you'll get dismissed.
know if you're trying to be my boyfriend, boy, just let me know.
Let me know something, cause I ain't.
Wait.
If you're trying to be my boyfriend, boy, just let me know.
All right, y'all. So y'all just heard "Boyfriend" by
Yes.
Armani Rose featuring
Yes.
Aaron Thomas. Ain't that a motherfucking hit? That's a hit ass record right there. And I'm so proud of you two, man.
Thank
It's
you.
about, I mean, instantly, as soon as you play the shit, you want to do a little 1, 2, 1,
Absolutely.
2, bop, bop, bop up your back. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? You want to fuck it up instantly. And you know, it really is the lyrics for me.
Mm.
You know, it's so relatable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the record was literally written from the perspective of what I'm actually living. Dating is difficult, whether you're homosexual, heterosexual, whatever you identify, it's difficult. But for me personally, I am in the LGBT community, and dating in my community has been very challenging because I meet a lot of people who present as one thing and who talk a good game, but then when it comes down to it, they're not about what they say. I spoke about this last time with my last project that like one of my songs I really actually wrote about like what I was going through a breakup. I eventually went to therapy and things like that and got myself together. And I learned during that time that I had no boundaries and that I needed to set some. And so with me setting boundaries, I understood more of my worth and what I am looking for. And that's a scary place to be because once you start knowing your worth and once you start setting boundaries, you start to see that a lot of people bullshit and then things fizzle out very quickly. And so with the song or whatever, it came natural. Like the lyrics just poured out of me. Even the singing part, it poured out of me because it's true shit. Like you're trying to be my boyfriend, but like
You bullshit.
I wouldn't say the song I'm saying you bullshitting, but it's more so me laying down my expectations. You know what I mean? Like, can you honor me? Can you respect me? Can you get down with me? You know what I mean?
It's like your disclaimer. You letting it be known.
Exactly.
If you don't come this way, don't come with that bullshit.
Exactly.
Come
and I feel
together,
like
come right.
exactly. And I feel like a lot of people needed to hear that. Like you don't have a lot of records right now, I personally feel, that have this type of feel as far as beats. It takes you back to like real hip hop. It actually reminded me of like a Jagged Edge type of thing. Okay. Like it put me in that, yeah, like that era kind of, it really, when I heard this beat, I immediately thought of Jagged Edge. But you have a lot of songs where you're talking about, pimping a guy or
fuck you, nigga.
Yeah, that type of thing or whatever. But at the end of the day, we all want love. We all want somebody who we can come home to and call our own. That is why we date. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's no songs out there that I feel, maybe, someone can educate me as far as rap mainstream, that is really telling a guy like, okay, I'm down to date. I'm down to, be your boyfriend, but do you check off this list? And if you don't check off this list, you can roll, because I don't have time. I don't have time for a dude that's aimlessly dating. And a lot of times there are guys that be like, oh yeah, I want to date, I want this, or they'll hit you up and be like, oh, you're cute, you this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, what are you looking for? And they say, oh, well, I'm just going with the flow. You're aimlessly dating. You don't have no real purpose or vision for you dating. You're just dating anybody that you find attractive, or not dating, but reaching out to anybody that you find attractive. And so you start to see that things are very microwavable.
But this record, though, I think people really need it, because it's somewhat of a motivational record, right? It gives you some type of hope of, Armani Rose is like me. Like he one a nigga that got it together. And that's just the point blank in the period on that. So, but when it came down to the cover art, right?
Yes.
It's simple, but it's very telling. It's simple, but it makes a statement.
Yeah.
Right? Because you got the glove, you got the ring on the wedding finger, you know what I mean? So you letting it be known just in the cover without even hearing the record that this is the end goal right here.
Yes.
Absolutely. Is that the end goal for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want a family. I want to be married. I want kids. I want to be able to bless my mom with a grandchild. That is something that my mom envisions for herself, and that she talks about it all the time. In some instances, I don't think that my mom, because I am gay, she doesn't think that, I don't think that for a long time she thought that she was going to get a grandchild out of me.
Talk about that.
Yeah. But that is something not only that I want for myself, because I do want to raise kids. I do want to keep my bloodline going, but I love my mom so much. And sometimes I don't express it enough to her, or I don't feel like I have done enough to show her, but a grandchild is something that she wants to be a grandma. Yeah, and if hopefully, God willingly, I am able to bless her with that. But going back to the photo or whatever, yes, the purpose was for that to be the statement. I mean, that's what I'm talking about in Boyfriend. You know what I mean? I'm talking about putting a ring on my finger if this gets serious. You know what I mean? So I feel like the ring on the finger was just more so like, this is the introduction to the record before you hear it. But it's simple, like you said, but it's also making a statement that this is what I'm talking about.
How long did it take you to choose that? How did you end up choosing that particular photo to be the cover art?
When I was taking the photos, it was like 4:00 in the morning. I had got back from Atlanta. I was very inspired, and I said that day that I was going to come home. I was going to write music and focus on putting this record out, because I had literally just dropped the preview to it, the preview video. And it got, at the time, it was probably like 10K views, 11K views, but all the comments said, drop this now, drop this now, drop this now. So I pretty much came here and stayed up all day, pulled an all-nighter, writing music and getting that together. But after I took the picture, I got in the shower because I was oily as hell. And I went to McDonald's because I was hungry. And as I was driving or whatever, I was still just thinking about the picture or whatever. And then literally I saw that image in my head. Now I will have to credit Cardi B's Like What. That inspired this photo. And why it inspired this photo was because it was simple, it was cute, it was straight to the point. Taking a picture in front of a white wall. She had her hand in front of her face. Like what? Cardi B. Simple. Anybody could do that. You know what I mean? But it made a statement. It was a cute comeback photo. And so the photo that I put out, it popped in my head immediately. And I immediately thought about the glove. I immediately thought about putting the ring on there. And so I actually came back from getting McDonald's. I ate, had to oil myself back up. And I literally took that picture on my phone with my little phone ring light or whatever, turned off all my lights and shot it right here.
But you know, that's a part of being your toughest critic, I feel like. Because I'm pretty sure all the photos is probably good, right?
Yeah.
But when you're your toughest critic, you know, you want to be like, this is the one.
Absolutely.
This is the one. So I get that 100%. But is there anybody in particular that you want this song to reach?
I want it to reach everybody, honestly, as many people as it can, as many people as God sees fit for it to reach, you know? I don't think that there's like a particular person that I wanted to reach. I mean, I wanted to reach the masses. If it reaches radio, that's perfect. If it reaches Billboard, that's even amazing, you know? If it just reaches here locally in Dallas and, you know, it becomes a local thing. I'm learning that everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and I can only do my part. You know, God knows that this is something that I want to do. God placed it on my heart to do, and everything is a process. And so, you know, yes, I would love for it to be on Billboard. I would like for it to chart. I would like for it to chart on iTunes. I would like for it, you know, to go globally. But if that's not what God sees fit right now, you know, you got to keep moving until you get that record that does it. Do I believe that this record can do that? Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like it has all the elements that it needs. You don't really hear a lot of rap. It's not a lot of rap songs right now that actually have a bridge. Okay. You know what I mean? Like this is a rap song that has a bridge.
Listen, you got a global hit. I just feel like you got to play chess with the song pretty much. You got to make the right move in order for it to hit home somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Now, my next question to you is, do you see yourself doing like multiple remixes to the song? Something similar to what Nicki Minaj did with Super Freaky Girl. Can you see that?
You know, I have been reached out by, I'm not going to say who, but I've been reached out to by artists who I love. We've done a song before, and he wants to be on the remix. And the reason why I haven't pulled the trigger is because I just want to see what this record does first. You know what I mean? Granted, on social media, it's done its thing before the song has even came out. You know what I mean? But I want to see what it actually does once it drops. And then that will determine if it needs a remix. Because if people aren't really listening to it, you know what I mean? Like, what's the purpose of a remix if there's no demand for that song? Maybe it'll take people time to get used to the record and things like that. But I would want my record to do its thing organically and blow up organically before I put somebody else on the record. I want to make sure that I'm doing myself a service than trying to latch on to somebody else's success for my record, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. But let me tell you this though. Their fan base, their followers is going to now look into your collection of music. They're going to be, okay, let me check out Armani Rose, right? So I want you to know as an outsider that fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Put who you want on that motherfucking record and let it do what it do.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's God's timing.
Yeah.
You know, it's God's timing. And what it's going to do is going to do.
Yeah.
Right? So you said, you know, there's one artist in particular that you were thinking about putting on. Is there anybody else that you could name?
No, not right now. Not right now. And I don't say that in a shady way. Like not right now. The record, again, it's not something that you're hearing right now. You know what I mean? Like you hear this type of beat or this type of vibe early 2000s. You don't really hear that type of music anymore. You hear a lot of twerking and that type of music. This is really like, I can play this in the club. I can play this on a vacation. I can play this at a barbecue. I can play this at a school, the censored version. You know, you can play it so many different places. Like, I feel like this is such a universal record. So I feel like it has to be the right person or if it's multiple people, the right group of people who I feel like will actually execute the style of the record. I don't see right now from who I know, and it's no shade to these artists. These artists are great in their own lane. They make great music. I'm not doubting their music, so I don't want any of y'all to think that I'm shading y'all. I support all the girls, and the girls know that. But what I'm saying is, I feel like there are only a couple artists outside of the one artist who I'm heavily considering that I feel like will murk this record.
I hear you, but you know who I can see on this record?
Who?
70.
Okay.
Yeah. The Man Eater. How do you feel about 70? Do you listen to his music?
So I'm not a heavy Seven Deep listener. Do I listen to his music? Did I listen to his last project? Yes, I did. How I feel about him, he's a great artist. And
have you met him?
I have.
What was that interaction like?
I met him in person at a fragrance launch for Sean Lord. He's out here. He's on Chasing Dallas. Right. I was invited not by Sean, but by someone else who was there. So I came in. I don't know if they were filming because I didn't see any cameras, but the entire cast was there. And I know Jet Jeff personally. I know Sean Lord. Me and him have talked on Instagram. I don't really know anybody else on the cast personally. But me and Seven, we were supposed to work at one time. Things fell through. But when I seen him, I did say hi. He said hi back, and we left it at that. That was it?
Okay. Do you see yourself working with him in the future now?
I would consider it. I think that it'll have to be the right song, right moment. And things will have to be more in place. I think the last time that we worked, without going too much into detail, things just didn't fall through the way that I thought that they were going to fall through. And I wish that the alignment wasn't right. Yes, the alignment wasn't right. And
it's real.
Yeah, and so I would want things to be aligned in a way where both him and I can give our 100% to whatever we decide to collab on, whether it be music, whether it be choreography, whether it be whatever. I just want both of us to be able to give our time to whatever it is.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like there may have been a little bit issues with maybe scheduling. Maybe scheduling wasn't right. But we gonna get back into the boyfriend record. We gonna play that once again.
Armani Rose, nigga. That's how I like it. Yo, he wanna be my boyfriend, calling me up on late nights. Cross country before me, he takes flights. Sending blurred pictures to my surprise, leaving me voice notes saying he won't lick on my thighs. Like, one of a kind, I'm his only one. These other niggas so nasty, they all drastic. Look, I got the niggas stuck like glue, and after work, it's to my arms he running to. Ha! Need rings on my fingers if they can serious. And all you still dating, look, I'm just curious. Cause I ain't wasting time with a nigga with no purpose and who's aiming blind. So, can you check my list? Can you honor and respect and get down with this? You can't shoot your shot and miss, cause I ain't with the bull and you'll get dismissed.
I just wanna know if you're tryna be my boyfriend, boy, just let me know.
Let me know something.
So if you're tryna kill this boy, just let it show.
I can see a killer ass video to the night when
I know people have already
choreography and everything.
people have already given me like ideas.
But this coming from my past, nigga. I asked niggas, you better than my past, nigga.
You know what I want to talk about though?
Yes.
At the end of the record, right?
Yes.
I die every time.
Yeah.
I die of laughter because it makes so much fucking sense and it fit perfectly.
Yes.
Wait, let me just fast forward and get to that part. Hold on.
do anything. Sucker will tell you, man, you the girl I always wanted. Like, you my dream girl. I'll do anything for you. But then when you have somebody, I'm speaking for you, and I ain't fucking glad. Boom, boom, boom. Talking a whole bunch of bullshit, bitch. But I ain't no action about you behind what the fuck they say. Like, shut the fuck up.
And I think it's even more funny because I've seen the original video and
Yeah.
her facial expression, the way she delivered that. It's hilarious, but it's so true. Like, people just really be all talk, man, just blowing fucking smoke out there.
It was the perfect way to end the song. Like, she, I still cannot find that video to this day. I don't know who she is or whatever. So if you see this video, please let me know because I would love to credit you on the song. But it was the perfect way to end the song because in the song, like I said, I'm talking about what you need to do to be my boyfriend. You want to be my boyfriend? You calling me up on late nights, you doing all of this stuff, but like, let's get to the real things. All that shit is cute, but what are you really talking about? Like, are you really, can you honor me? Can you respect me? If this shit gets serious, are you ready to go to the next step? Like, what you really talking about? And I had to plug that in because that is what's going on right now in dating. A whole bunch of bullshit, bitch. And no motion behind what the fuck they saying. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's real as shit. Like, just be blah, blah, blah. Like, it's the, like, that's real as shit. Like, y'all niggas be in everybody fucking DM saying you want this, saying you want that, don't have no motion behind what the fuck you saying, not taking a bitch out on a date. I've had niggas reach out to me, say all this, they want to get to know me. I say set up a date, and the nigga will tell me, and this is multiple niggas, why you can't set up the date? Why you can't take me out? Bitch, you hit me up. What the fuck do you mean why I can't set up the date? Nigga, get fucking creative. It don't take nothing to make a reservation at a restaurant. It don't take. TikTok is your best friend. TikTok is the Google of this generation. It don't take
Fun places to go in Dallas.
Fun places to go. Exactly. Fun places to go in Dallas.
Outings.
Romantic outings in Dallas. There's so many things for you to look up now. Set a fucking date up. And even if you don't have the money, I understand this economy right now is fucked up. People ain't getting paid what they worth. People are underpaid. So I get it. If you don't have all the funds in the world to take me to the finest restaurant, I'm not asking for that. What I'm asking for is for you to put thought behind what the fuck you got going on. I had a guy out here when I released my project last year. We were dating or whatever. Set up a whole nice dinner on his balcony. Simple. Candles. He cooked the food. It was really good. He cooked the food. He bought wine. He printed off my project cover, placed it on the plates. He did an entire. He's here. He's here. He's around. But simple, but thoughtful. The entire, like the outing color or the decorations were all red for Armani Rose. That is what I'm talking about.
And you know what, though? I think social media plays a part of that because people go on Instagram and they may go to your page and be like, okay, he flies, fuck, he do this, he do that, that nigga got money, you know, and they probably feel bad about themselves, like, I can't come to him like I want to come to him because in reality, I ain't swinging the way he's swinging.
But that should make you want to come. To me, I feel like that should make you want to come harder. If you're trying to impress me and you're trying to make a statement, impress me. You know what I mean? Be thoughtful. And again, you don't have to take me to a restaurant where we're going to spend $300 on a piece of steak and wine.
Let's be honest, though. A lot of the gays, though, they want to be wine and dine and taken to the latest and the greatest place.
Well, I mean, and rightfully so.
You know,
And rightfully
no,
so. I feel like
take me to Chick-fil-A. I'll be just as happy.
just as happy. Understand,
Okay.
but as far as like
Right.
the wine and dine, I feel like rightfully so. Like you should, if you're reaching out to me, you should want to wine and dine me. You should want to impress me. You should want to get up on your good foot.
Okay,
You should
get up.
exactly. You should want to get up on your good foot. Like you should want to do that. Like, and I just feel like it's just sad that these guys these days they don't get up on their good foot. They're lazy and everything is so microwavable. Everything is so fast and everybody's looking for the next best thing. But what I'm learning in dating, because I also used to be the same, but as I've gotten older, I've started to understand that, everything is looks and all that stuff is so superficial. Yes, you have to be attracted to the person that you're with. Yes, for me, sex plays a big part in the relationship.
Dude.
Absolutely.
So does the man gotta have a high sex drive? Do you want him to have a high sex drive?
I'm not saying he gotta have a high sex drive, but I would like for him to want to fuck me.
Okay.
Can we curse?
Absolutely.
Okay, I would want for him to fuck me. Absolutely, fuck me.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you fucking back?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if he's so I'm verse, I'm mostly bottom, but if I get a guy that is verse as well, absolutely, I'm fucking back. Exactly. But if he's a top and he just wants the top, that's cool too. But
so you cool with a strict top?
Absolutely.
Right now.
Absolutely. But you have to be great at what you do. You have to be great in the foreplay. You have to be great in, like, you have to turn me on. You know what I mean? Because I do like, engaging in the, meals, if you will.
I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to elaborate.
I like to eat groceries. I like my groceries. Yes. I like my groceries. And
you eating the top ass.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
A strict top don't let you do that.
Well, see, it depends. It depends. So
depends on what's going on.
It depends on the top. So you do have some tops that be like, nah, I'm not with that gay shit. But then you have some tops. But then you have some tops who are with that gay shit, and I'm with the gay shit right with you. But is it does it make or break? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make or break for me.
What if your dick bigger?
That doesn't make or break either.
Oh, so you ain't a size king?
No, I honestly, I do like boyfriend size.
I don't know what that is. You have to elaborate.
Boyfriend size is like a good 7'6" inch. I could do small. Now, if it's this small heart, absolutely. Where you going? You can't even get in. To me, it's really about the person. It's about the chemistry.
That's key, y'all.
It's about the chemistry. Like, how are you getting me aroused? How are you keeping me engaged? Like, because you have guys who may have a small penis or a big penis who just want to
hunch,
and it's just like, slow down. Like, I'm not going I'm not going nowhere.
Right.
I'm here with you.
Right.
Chill out. Let's enjoy the moment. And I feel like that's the type of sex that I like. I like sex where we're enjoying the moment, where we're not rushing it. We're taking our time. We're living in the moment. We're allowing our bodies to speak to each other. We're learning each other's bodies. You're listening to my body. I'm listening to yours. And everything just,
I don't believe you come perfect
at all.
When it comes down to being like intimate, no one comes perfect. Like, it's a growing and learning situation.
Sex can take you into a different world. I've experienced that myself, but you're still present in it. While it's taking you in a trance, you're still present, with the person. You're still speaking to their body, and you're there with them. And so, yeah, I mean, during sex, I've laughed while having sex because it was that good. You know what I mean? Like
What kind of laugh was this?
it was. It wasn't like a. It wasn't like a. Like you tell me something funny and I go. Like it wasn't that type. It wasn't that type of laugh, but it was more like. It was. I can't even explain it because.
Was he trying to do some jump off the wall type shit?
No, this guy. This guy in particular. Shout out to him.
You shouting him out.
I'm not saying his name. Absolutely not. No. Because the girls will not find him.
Okay. You keep it to yourself.
Absolutely.
Right.
But like what I liked about having sex with him was he listened to my body and I listened to his, and he was present and he took his time and it was sensual and everything was just everything that I would expect a man to be. Like although we weren't together, it felt like this is my man.
Yeah, y'all wasn't fucking. Y'all was making love.
And I love that. I like to make love while also fucking as well. You know what I mean? Like, give me the fucking aspect, but I want 80% making love, 20% fucking. That is perfect for me.
Okay. Listen, I want to get into your physical preferences when it comes to a man, right? What are they?
It's changing, honestly. College, high school me would have been like, he has to be fit, he has to be athletic, he has to be this, he has to be that. Now I don't mind a little pudge. I don't mind a little belly. I don't mind a thick, husky guy. As long as I'm attracted to you. I used to really be into like guys that I deemed pretty boys. I have dated outside of my comfort zone recently. And honestly, though the guys out of my comfort zone have been the most gentle, present, caring guys that I've ever met.
So the one that made love to you, what's his physical physique like?
Fit, cute as fuck, fine as fuck.
Back in high school again.
Yeah, I mean now that's never left. It's never. If trust me, if you're pretty, athletic build, or nicely built, sexily built, as one would deem, pretty face, absolutely, I'm not going to deny you. But what I'm saying is those type of guys, in my experience, have not always been the best guys for me because they don't treat you well. And I'm not saying that it's all of them. Because there are some very pretty guys who probably do what they're supposed to do. But the guys that I have met, the guys that I have dated, they just come with so much, and then they just don't do what they're supposed to do. They do what they're supposed to do to reel you in. Once they have you in, it's like the thing that they did to get you in, it just fizzles away. And it's like, no, like, you still have to keep me here. You know what I mean? And then it becomes a thing where I've found myself chasing after them when we should be chasing after each other. We should be meeting each other halfway.
Don't you ever sweat somebody who ain't sweating you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now listen to what I just said now. Never sweat somebody who ain't sweating you. It should always be equal on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? 100%,
Mm-hmm.
100%. It should be that way. Always. And if it ain't that way, what you said?
Cause I ain't wasting time with a nigga with no purpose of who's aiming blind. So, can you check my list? Can you honor and respect and get down with this? You can't shoot your shot and miss, cause I ain't with the bull and you'll get dismissed.
If you're trying to be my boyfriend, boy, just let me know.
Let me know something.
You can roll.
You can roll.
You can roll.
Fuck outta
You
here.
can roll.
Next.
You can roll. And sometimes it's difficult to tell people to roll or to remove yourself because where in my personal journey, I had codependency issues. I had issues with losing people and things like that. And so, you hold on to a thought of what you want that person to be or the potential that they could be. But sometimes they've already shown you who they are. They are already shown you the potential of the cap of their potential. And so it's like, you have to choose you. You have to choose you. You have to know what you want. You have to be intentional with what you want. And if that person doesn't align, you have to understand that it's okay to let them go. There's someone else that is going to come. And trust me, I know. There are so many guys out here that you can choose from, or girls, depending on, your sexual preference. But there's so many people that you can choose from. Like, let that person go. They ain't the only person in the sea.
That is facts. That is facts. But Armani, are you actually ready for a relationship at this time in your life?
I am. I'm ready. Absolutely. I am ready for a relationship. I'm ready to come home and be with my man. I'm ready, to build that foundation. I'm just waiting for God to present the right man.
What about the one you making love to? Hello?
It's complicated.
We're gonna play the song one more. We're gonna play it again, y'all.
Yo, he wanna be my boyfriend, calling me up on late nights. Cross country before me, he takes flights. Sending blurred pictures to my surprise, leaving me voice notes saying he won't lick on my thighs. Like, one of a kind, I'm his only one. These other niggas so nasty, they all drastic. Look, I got the niggas stuck like glue, and after work, it's to my arms he running to. Ha! Need rings on my fingers if they can serious. And all you still dating, look, I'm just curious. Cause I ain't wasting time with a nigga with no purpose and who's aiming blind. So, can you check my list? Can you honor and respect and get down with this? You can't shoot your shot and miss, cause I ain't with the bull and you'll get dismissed.
If you're tryna be my boyfriend, boy, just let me know.
Let me know something, cause I ain't with the bull and you'll get dismissed.
If you're tryna be my boyfriend, boy, just let me know. And depending how you acting, baby, we can grow. So
Depending on how you act.
with this boy, just let it show. Let it show.
Wanna know a lot about you, cause if I'm honest, I got plenty ways to doubt you. But that's coming from my past, nigga. I asked niggas, you better than my last nigga? Communication is something I need, truth and love is something I breathe.
Listen, go buy the song. It's only 99 cents.
99 cents. It's only a
That's
Rello.
all it is. Instead of getting you some ramen noodles, go straight.
It's only a Rello. It's only an Amazon sweet tea. Like,
That's it. It's only
it's
a
only
sweet tea.
it's only a like McChicken.
I
Like,
was gonna say
what are we talking about?
it's
Like,
only a big chicken.
it's only a bag of fruities.
It's only a 4-piece nugget.
It's only a pickle at the ice cream truck. It's only a bag of sunflower seeds. Like,
Don't play yourself and not buy the song. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all I want to say here. When are you going to perform the record?
so I've already started performing it in Dallas. I kind of tested it out here, right?
Yes. How you back?
Everybody loves that record. When I perform that record, everybody loves that record. So that's become like my main record now to perform. And so that's kind of how I knew, like, okay, I already knew that I felt in my heart of hearts that this record was a hit, but
The
response is different. And so the response when performing it gave me the extra boost that I needed to get to the point of recording the video to do the preview. Once I dropped the preview, now on Twitter, it gave me my most engagement. I have 48K views on that video. What? On Instagram, I think it's like 3,000 and 38K, 3.8K. So what I did with this song is gotten the most engagement, which again tells me that this is the record. But I am,
back. You
yes.
gotta hit on your motherfucking head.
Yes. But I am going to be performing more here in Dallas. I do want to be able to take my talents elsewhere, like other cities and things like that. So hopefully God blesses me with other opportunities to be able to travel and perform the record. But until that happens, and until I meet the right people who can make that happen, or put myself in a position to make that happen locally, I've just been doing like open mics and things like that just to grow my following and grow people to know who I am as an artist, and go from there.
Listen, when you go on tour, I hope that New York would be the second city that you.
Yeah. Well, New York would definitely be on the map.
So good to get that shit rocking.
Yeah, New York would definitely be on the map. I mean, how could you not go to the mecca of hip hop and perform? Like, New York is hip hop. Hip hop was birthed in New York. So, yeah, of course.
Is there any celebrity that you would like to have on that record? If you could just think on the top of your head.
I would love Foxy Brown to be on it.
Foxy Brown. Absolutely. Now that's a very unique choice. Why Foxy Brown?
Because Foxy Brown is just everything. Like, she, as far as lyrically, she's everything that I aspire to be. People don't give Foxy Brown the credit that she deserves. They don't really give her flowers. But Foxy Brown is the ill nana. Like, Foxy Brown is the girl. Nicki Minaj just beat her in #1 albums. She had the most #1 albums out of female rappers. Why is she not being honored? Why is she not you know what I mean? With knowing her story, I know that she was involved in a lot of controversy and things like that. So maybe that played a part in it. But if we're talking about talent wise, number wise, record sale wise, what she did in the game, they should be honoring her.
Absolutely.
And they don't. But why Foxy Brown for this song is because, like, if you think about it, Foxy, when you listen to Foxy Brown, she has Get Me Home. She has what's another kind of like I Can is one of my favorite records. All of those records, and it's so much more. But Foxy Brown, when you listen to her records, she gives you hip hop and R&B together. Now she does have her records where she's spitting her stuff, but she has records as well that are hip hop and R&B that you can play at a cookout. And to me, I have her on my vision board because she's everything that I aspire to be lyrically. She's just so freaking dope. And so if I could get her to just lay a verse on Boyfriend, that would complete my life.
And she will.
That would complete my life.
She will. I think when she hears this record, she's gone.
I hope she does hear the record. If she heard the record, that I would fucking, I don't know what I would do. I would just be so happy. Like, yes. Foxy Brown heard my song. Foxy Brown posted my song.
She come with the girlfriend version, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And I just feel like she will give like that, like she will give it what I don't know, because Foxy Brown, she's just so lyrically genius. Like, I don't feel like there's one rapper out here that is touching Foxy Brown till this day.
You are not living for these new artists, huh?
It's not that I'm not living for the new artists. I love the new girls. I love the new guys. I'm not shading any one of them. But what I'm saying is music has evolved, right? So I can't say that there isn't any good music out here, because there is. And when I go to the clubs, I'm definitely on the couch shaking my ass and doing all of the things. We're just missing those records that are hip hop and R&B. We're missing the hip hop and R&B records. Everything is hip hop, trap, booty shaking, drill, that type of stuff, you know. And I mean, again, I listen to all of it, so I'm not shading any artist that does that, because, like I said, on a good Saturday when I'm turning up with my friends, I have my hookah, I have my bottle service, and I'm on the couch and I'm saying, "Get it sexy." Yeah, absolutely.
Get it sexy.
Absolutely. But there's not the hip hop in R&B is missing. And I feel like Boyfriend, to me, there's only one other guy, I forgot what his name is, but he did a song called Want My Body. I don't know where he may be from New York. I forgot his name, but that's the only guy that I've heard that has something similar to Boyfriend. And then also Noel Nix. I think that Noel Nix does a great job of...
Shout out to Noel.
Yeah, I think that Noel Nix does a great job of morphing today's times to the early 2000s, and just knowing, you know, he loves Little Kim, and just knowing, hearing his songs, he does bridge that sound together. So I'm not saying that there aren't artists out here that do that, but it's kind of rare now. And I think that we need that. We need to keep that alive. I think that we need a balance of both.
You are definitely keeping that alive. And I wish I could sit here and talk to you, you know, some more, but I know that you are busy and you have things going on with, you know, with the release of your song. Yes. So I want to thank you for bringing me out here.
Yes, thank you.
I enjoyed it. What do you want to, what's your final thoughts?
Yeah, so everybody, please go and buy the Boyfriend record featuring the amazing, legendary, iconic Aaron Thomas. It's on all of your streaming platforms. 99 cents. Please buy. You can follow me on Instagram at Fly Guy Armani. Armani is spelled like the designer. Follow my YouTube, which is where I have done a lot of my features on major artists, mainstream artist records. I've just put my own spin on it. That's Fly Guy Armani with 2 eyes. And yeah.
Yo, signing out with the Boyfriend record on.
Hey. Thank you so much.